The spider, scientifically called Portia, exactly, Portia, is not into creating web, but only preys on other spiders. It attacks them always from the point they have a blind spot and then strikes to suck their brains. Typical Portia, am I right? The world likes her more than other spiders because there are birds and other dangerous stuff for spiders, but this one is top-notch 360 no-scope type of spider. And we all know it by now, she is real. But is this podcast real too? No. However,
Think you know, and I know you do. Between you and some cash, what do you think I choose? With correct amount, you can buy a son with a capital, with a relevant one. Whatever I sell, you should buy, yeah. In this world of
However, what must be pointed out is that predators generally have more interesting life. From human perspective, of course, because I'm a human and I'm making this podcast. Or, not really a podcast, it's not a real... Yeah, you got it. You got the idea. We are afraid of predators in real life, in nature, so we pay respect to their behavior. Often we find ourselves in awe when it comes to predators in nature. Seldom we try to engage with them at any point of life. We like cats because we see power they possess over every creature smaller than them. We respect cats and find them cute because they easily murder stuff every day and still crawl on our lap and purr. Isn't that cute? We like control so much we become self-obsessed, willing to put the world into our own shoes for a reason simple enough: we want to relate to the universe. We feel different than anyone else here on this planet, alien almost, because how far out brain got us by evolving. So relating to nature somehow makes us feel like home, though we destroyed it entirely. I mean, our home planet already, by being so advanced in manipulating, influencing it. I mean, at some point we must just face it. I don't think we can save it somehow, but I don't think we need to save it. I think it's already been effed up. So what we can do is we can alternate its history somehow, but that's for the whole other podcast, I guess. I personally believe the world doesn't care about us at all, because we are more invasive than fascinating for its point of view, if there even is one. We are not different from a sun or a plant. We have same life cycles. The only difference is the shape of our life forms and the length of cycles we are lucky or not so lucky to have. But what if the world likes you personally? Did it ever occur to you that every obstacle out there is to make you more resilient and self-aware? When you become more of those, you act rational where it's needed in life. Let yourself loose when you can. Become more comfortable at taking risks and relaxed when there is no danger involved. The experience of our own cycle makes us powerful, and it starts to seem like the world is on our side more we learn from living in it. At the same time, longer we live, more the world wants us to, cease to exist. The body hurts a bit more and more while we age. Bit by bit, the mind gets all foggy if you don't stimulate it correctly, and so on. So it might just mean that world likes us most at our prime. And considering every person has their own age of prime, which is defined by genetics and health-related habits, the world is not helping much at telling us what it exactly likes in us, and when, too. Remember those stories about 90-year-old smokers? At the same time, literal kids with rare genetic conditions. The most healthy person can trigger some weird gene in their prime and die within a year, and then someone who drinks and smokes stuff on an everyday basis suddenly hits the gym in his or her 40s and lives his best or hers life until they get decrepit by the time itself. Sorry, not sorry for this choice of words. what do I make of this world? Well, I guess the best choice for me hides in the unknown. And life being interesting and undiscovered is what makes it worth living. Otherwise, this simulation doesn't make any sense. Can I find a different server and transfer my character to live a different life? It might be worth it at some point, for many people, actually, because they feel like the world doesn't really like them. But what if the world likes them so much, in fact, it gives them a chance to become the best player on this server, or forces them to find a different one so badly? More questions than answers, but anyway, thank you so much for listening to this rant. We're gonna have a next episode whenever we have a chance. And feel free to subscribe and suggest topics as well in the comments, maybe, or in some kind of DMs if you know any socials of mine. Thank you so much, and I see you or hear you, or more like feel your presence in the next one. Bye bye.